3, 2, 1.
There's been a lot of buzz about Top Gun 3 lately, and Miles Teller just gave us a hopeful update, saying there's a lot of excitement. But honestly, there's one thing I think Top Gun 3 won't be able to bring back from Maverick, and I'll talk about it in this video if you stick around. Also, I don't think Hangman or Rooster is the best pick to replace Tom Cruise's Maverick in the next one. So, let's dive into everything we know about the upcoming movie. Top Gun 3 is officially in the works, but details are still unknown. If the movie decides to shift focus to younger characters and move on from Maverick, there's actually a perfect replacement already, and it's not Hangman or Rooster. Among the many reboots and legacy sequels of the 80s and 90s hits, Top Gun stands out. The original, directed by Tony Scott, was a major success and took 36 years to get a follow-up. That follow-up, Top Gun Maverick, sees Maverick back in action, tasked with training a new crop of students, including Bradley Rooster Bradshaw, the son of his late friend Goose. Maverick also reconnects with an old flame, Penny Benjamin, who owns a bar near Top Gun. And here's where the movie might find its perfect replacement for Maverick, Penny's daughter Amelia. Amelia is introduced in Maverick as a teenager, and while she's still young, she has a direct connection to the Top Gun world through her mother Penny and her grandfather, an admiral. With Penny and Maverick's relationship evolving at the end of Maverick, it opens the door for Amelia to play a bigger role in Top Gun 3. Plus, her ties to both Penny and Maverick make her the ideal candidate to take center stage. This makes sense given the franchise's themes of mentorship and fatherhood. Maverick's story has been about loss. He lost his father Duke in the Vietnam War, and in Maverick, he took on a fatherly role for Rooster. In Top Gun 3, Maverick could continue that role, mentoring Amelia through training while also growing closer to her as a father figure. Having Amelia as the new lead could also balance the representation in the Top Gun universe, where women have had key roles but never been the central character. She doesn't have to replace Hangman or Rooster, but could carry the legacy forward, with the guys supporting her as she takes charge in the new era of Top Gun. So while Top Gun 3 is certainly exciting, there's one thing it just can't replicate from Maverick: the 36-year gap between the original Top Gun and its sequel. That long wait turned out to be a huge benefit for Maverick, giving the sequel plenty of room to explore fresh developments. The massive time jump allowed for emotional depth, like introducing Goose's son Rooster, which added weight to the story. It also gave us a new generation of pilots and allowed the original cast to return as more experienced veterans with a rich history. But with Top Gun 3, it doesn't make sense to wait another 4 decades. The franchise doesn't need that long gap anymore. The focus should shift to the younger characters stepping up, like Rooster and others, while still respecting Maverick's legacy. If we waited too long, Tom Cruise's character could become too old to play a major role, leaving the younger characters with little to do. So, it's time for Top Gun 3 to keep moving forward without that big time gap. Top Gun Maverick's massive success, joining the billion-dollar club, pretty much guaranteed a third film. Studios are all about capitalizing on big hits, and with Maverick's performance, Top Gun 3 was a no-brainer. Now, the key is ensuring that the third film builds on the success of the first two, and doesn't lose momentum. It's tough to top the $1.5 billion that Maverick made, but if they get everything right, Top Gun 3 can still be a massive hit. That said, Miles Teller recently gave fans a hopeful update on Top Gun 3 during an interview with Collider, saying there's a lot of excitement surrounding the sequel. While he doesn't know much about the script status, Teller mentioned that he's spoken with Tom Cruise about the project. Cruise reassured him that he'd have enough time to get back into Top Gun shape, which is all Teller had asked for. Teller emphasized the enthusiasm from both the fans and the Top Gun team, so it seems like the buzz is high for the upcoming film. As for what's next, Top Gun 3 is still in the script phase, but producer Jerry Bruckheimer recently shared that a story is in the works. He revealed that Cruise really liked a story idea pitched by director Joe Kosinski, and they're moving forward with developing it. However, since Cruise has a packed schedule, it might take some time before the movie officially begins production. Teller's update also hints at a key element from Maverick returning: the practical aerial action. Cruise made sure the actors actually flew in fighter jets during Maverick, which was a major factor in the film's success. Teller's comment about getting back into shape suggests they might be gearing up to do it again for Top Gun 3. That means more real fighter jet footage, which was one of the highlights of Maverick. While there's still a lot of unknowns about Top Gun 3, the return to practical filmmaking is a promising sign. Since Cruise is now 62 and has a busy schedule, it could be a year or two before production kicks off, with a release potentially as late as 2028 or 2029. But with key players involved still eager to continue the aerial adventures, it's clear that the excitement for the next chapter of Top Gun is still very much alive. Having said that, I believe Top Gun Maverick lost a chance to explore the remarkable parallels between Maverick and Rooster, who were both troubled by their fathers' legacies. The fact that they share a common formative wound, trying to live up to their heroic yet tragic fathers, was a theme that wasn't fully explored in Maverick, but Top Gun 3 could use this to its advantage to deepen the emotional connection between the two characters. While Maverick focused on the personal connection between the two, it was surprising that they didn't discuss their shared experience of having fathers who were legendary pilots. Maverick's struggle with Goose's death and his drive to honor his legacy is mirrored in Rooster's own difficulty with his father's memory. Rooster wants to emulate Goose, but his caution in the cockpit stems from a desire to avoid the same fate. The two characters' journeys could be paralleled and examined more closely in Top Gun 3, offering an opportunity for them to bond over their shared grief and guilt, something that Maverick hinted at but never fully explored. Your suggestion that Rooster could ultimately take over Maverick's role as a test pilot and instructor in Top Gun is a natural progression for the character, and it would be an effective way to close Maverick's arc. Having Maverick acknowledge their shared struggles and mentor Rooster as his successor would be a poignant way to pass the torch, while still honoring the original film's themes. By having Rooster take over in his new role, Top Gun 3 could solidify his transition from the cautious, brooding anti-hero to a confident leader, just as Maverick did in the original. Perhaps by addressing the similarity between Maverick and Rooster's fathers, Top Gun 3 would give fans a deeper emotional resonance that connects the new generation to the past. It would not only be a nod to the original film, but also create a satisfying evolution for both characters. It's a missed opportunity in Maverick, but one that could be beautifully rectified in the third installment. And that's that for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next one. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel for more updates, and share this video with your family and friends. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comment section below.